At the UN, you called on Western democracies to stay united against Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So Putin is calling for 300,000 more reservists to come into Ukraine to join the fight. He insists he's not bluffing when he talks about potentially using nuclear weapons. Some people think he's effectively preparing and threatening war with NATO. Have you and President Biden discussed how the West would and should respond if Putin escalates matters even more?
Well, first of all, the reason Putin is doing this is because he isn't winning. He made a strategic mistake invading Ukraine. And I think he has been outsmarted by the Ukrainians. We've seen the Ukrainians continue to push back against the Russian offensive. And I think he didn't anticipate the strength of reaction from the free world. And we should not be listening to his saber rattling and his bogus threats. Instead, what we need to do is continue to put sanctions on Russia and continue to support the Ukrainians, because if Putin is allowed to succeed, this wouldn't just send a terrible message in Europe and, of course, huge threats to the Ukrainian population themselves, but it also would send a message to other authoritarian regimes around the world that it's somehow acceptable,
like China,
to invade, well, for example, but it's somehow acceptable to invade a sovereign nation. So this is why it's so important that we continue to be resolute. We don't listen to the saber rattling that we're hearing from Putin, and we continue to back the Ukrainians to the hill. And that's what I'm determined the United Kingdom will do. I know President Biden is absolutely committed from the US point of view. We've worked closely with our American allies, with the G7, and we will continue to do so until Ukraine prevails.